What's up, everybody? Carolina Keith, regular Keith, Professor Keith, just Keith. Oh no, it sucks. Keith again. I know, right? What's up? Good to see you all. Hope you had a good weekend. Things definitely perked up on the charts, didn't they? Yeah. Out of nowhere, seemingly, yeah. And not really out of nowhere. We'll talk about that in a moment. Glad you're all here. Welcome back to Crypto Before Dark. If you could, please do me a solid. Go hit like. It's absolutely free. Doesn't matter whether you're on X, which we're live streaming on, Rumble, our alternative viewing platform if you don't particularly like YouTube censorship, and of course over on the YouTube. Go give us a like. It's free, costs nothing. When you hit the like button, it spits it around to more people, so more people see it, more people get what we're trying to do here, right? In case you've never been here, this is how we do it, folks. No hopium, no spin, straight charts, straight data, and that's all there is to it. All right? Doesn't mean how we feel. We don't care about the teams. We don't care what the project does. Doesn't matter. What you're going to find out is none of that matters to the price. The price is what you really care about. You say you might not. He'll say, well, I trust the team, or I believe in the project, or the tech. Yeah, it's a common argument that people make since the beginning of time. You buy the person, not the company. And the company's value is based on the chart. And I don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. If they're a solid company, if they're a solid project, if the tech is good, well, the price will reflect that. That's how investing works. When you have something that's good, people buy it. And if people buy it, the demand goes up. And when the demand goes up, so does the price. Are there some extenuating circumstances on that? Sometimes, yes. But those are the exceptions to the rule, not the rule. All right. That's why we stick to charts and data, because they're the thing that can't lie to us. The math doesn't lie. The math is what it is, and there's nothing you can do about that. Now, are there some exceptions? Yeah. But again, the exceptions don't make the rule. The rule is the chart. And I hate that for people. It's hard for everyone to kind of gather that up in their brains and process it and spit it back out in a world full of feelings that we live in. But it's the truth. All right. It took me years to learn that. It took me years of hard reality of getting punched in the mouth by the market before I finally wised up and said, damn, dude, what am I doing wrong? Why have I not, quote unquote, made it yet? And what it really came down to was me spinning around bullshit in my own head about how great something may have been when it wasn't. All right. It took a while, but I got hit with the reality stick eventually. Right. It takes time for all of you to get hit with the reality stick. Now, here's the big thing. Most of you will never actually accept that reality. You'll just quit. How do I know that? Well, it doesn't take long to realize when you sit in my chair over here that people quit pretty quickly. And it's not very much work to make someone fold their cards and walk away and never come back. Rather than be wrong and admit it, you'll be wrong and quit as to adjust yourself away from the shame. Something in our society that we don't do anymore is shame people for being stupid, right? We tell them, oh, no, it's okay. It's fine. You didn't know. It's all right. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not okay. You were a dummy, and you don't want to say you were a dummy. You'd rather feel like you were right. Now, I'm the first one to tell you that I screw things up all the time. I make mistakes constantly. There's so many errors that I've made over the years. Now, I've been right a lot, and you can go back on all the YouTube videos that we've made, because I don't delete any of them. You can go back and see exactly which ones I was either right or wrong about, okay? Up to you. I don't care. You could spend a lot of time because there's a lot of streams and a lot of videos, but the data speaks for itself. We have to get back to admitting when we're wrong. We got to get back to shaming people for being stupid, so that they understand you can't be so stupid all the time. And unfortunately, the internet's given everybody a opinion button, so they can get on there and tell everyone their opinion, no matter how stupid it is, as the doodle walks around in the background. Jolene. Just oh, my bad. She's going to lay down. She's a good dog. She's a good girl. Anyway, she always jumps up here on my lap. I'll show you. No. Come on. There she is. There's the doodle. Just that I make my live stream appearance every once in a while. Just for a couple minutes, because I'm going to lay down here in a second and sleep under the desk. She sleeps under the desk all the time. All right, good girl. Hop down. Good girl. All right, let me slide back up, y'all. Now, let's get into some charts. Let's talk about it a little bit. Good to see everybody. I'll jump and say hey to everyone. By the way, I can throw your comments up right there for everyone who has something to say, whether you're over on X, Rumble, or YouTube. We'll pop it up on the chat. Good to see you. Flavor Flav, Distinctive Shine, Wesley Hart. Good to see you, Cleve. Good to see, brother. Charts Can't Lie. Good to see you. Thor's Hammer. What's up, my guy? Pro TF. I can't see your message. It deleted it. And I'm not sure what happened. I also got a poll running over on YouTube if you want to check it out. It's very simple, recovery or fake out poll. It's in the comments section. Go have a look and tell me what you think. Is this a recovery, just a fake out? It's up to you. You tell me. Shout out to Lee Roberts over on X. Good to see you, brother. Crypto Big D. Shout out to my guys over watching on Rumble. B. Henry, Crypto Big D out over there. Appreciate it. Guys, go hit like. It's absolutely free. Costs nothing to hit the like button. And the more you do, the more people see. So I've got Bitcoin's price action pulled up right here, y'all, for us to see. What do we see here? Well, this is our old time. Let me actually start recording this. This is our long time downtrend that we've had since we made a new all-time high. Now, it's done nothing but fail since then. I'll zoom out here in a second just to be able to see it, but I zoomed in so you get a good, clean picture of what we've got here. That red line that you see that's coming downward, it broke. It broken north, and as such, I've drawn a green uptrend line right here. You can kind of see it right there, and it shows you our current uptrend that we're making new higher lows each time. Higher low, higher low, higher low. Good. So what do we need to really, really validate this and show us, hey, this thing's ready to rock? That would be a new higher high and a local higher high at that. And by local, I mean in this small area. This is a local area. Now, this chart goes all the way back to 2012. That would not be a local area, right? I've got a month worth of price action on the screen right now. So that's a local area, right? We need a new high. And in order to make that new high, where would that be? Well, that would be right about where that blue line is you see right there. What is that blue line? That blue line is the last time that shorts came in. And when they came in, what happened? Finally, some shorts got wasted. These are the same shorts that piled in the other day after we liquidated the shorts that were over here. Kind of showed us that the bulls weren't quite ready yet to really up their game and get going. All right, so as we've initiated these shorts, that's a great thing. That gets them scurrying a little bit, but we have to maintain that. And how do you maintain that? Well, you maintain that by closing over this previous level that we made. Right? I'll remove this now because we've already done it. Right? We're already clear of that. We've already completed that mission. Now we're on to our next level. Our next level is right up here where this green box is. What is that green box? Well, that's, you guessed it, even more shorts. And these shorts go a long way back. Let me zoom out real quick and show you. All the way back to our previous all-time high, a little over $125,000. You had shorts pile in and shorts pile in and shorts pile in all the way down. Now, I'm going to show you a different chart here in a moment to show you how many and how things have changed over the last couple months. So our next level's also up here. An interesting point that a lot of people are talking about. This is also a 100 moving average slowly creeping down. So not only has price broken the 821 EMA, which is great. Do we have an 821 EMA upward cross? We do. Green is over the purple. That's great. We're also over the 50 moving average. That's good. 100 moving average is slowly bearing down. And on a lot of assets we can go through here in the next couple minutes, you're going to see they've gotten smacked down by the 100 moving average, or they're struggling to get over it. It's nothing more than a rolling resistance line. It'll be a support line when you're over it, a resistance line when you're under it. And for now, we're still under it. That's my next target. It's around 97.6 right now. That's going to slowly creep down over time. So anywhere between 95 to 97 is my target here. That's also, if we zoom all the way out here, it's also a local fib line. That's also the big 382 from the previous all-time high to our last low, which was way down here. Right? See that? That was our previous high all the way up here, previous all-time high, and then all the way down here. And this is our retracement back up, our recovery back up. This measures how our recovery is going or how our retracement is going. You ever lose your keys before and go, gosh, where are my keys? First thing you do, you retrace your steps, a retracement, right? This is what we're doing right now. We're retracing our steps downward, going back up. Our next level is the 382, which is right at those liquidation levels in red right there. It also happens to be a green box right there because not only was the 100 moving average right there, the Ichimoku cloud is right there as well. What do you know? So this top of this cloud would be our fourth check mark on the Ichimoku cloud. How does that work? Well, there's 4 check marks for the Ichimoku cloud, and they go as such. Do you have a green cloud all the way on the end? Is it green? Yes, it is. Perfect. Do you have the blue line, the conversion line, over the baseline? Yes, you do. Blue over red. Perfect. That's 2. Is your lag line, which is the candles in line form, placed back 27 spaces? Just the way the Ichimoku cloud works. Is it above the candles or below the candles? It's above the candles. Excellent. That's what we need. That's 3. And the last thing is the price itself. Over the cloud or under the cloud? Well, it's inside. So that's not over, is it? Nope. So that's the only thing we're waiting on. And it looks like it's angling toward the top of the cloud to me. Shows me at least trying to get through the mud here. Hasn't yet, but it definitely becomes a target. Top of that cloud, the 100 moving average, and the 382 fib on a higher scale here all point to that same level. Plus there's liquidations there. And I say liquidations, what do I mean? Well, here you go. This is CoinGlass's liquidation map. What is a liquidation map? Well, it kind of shows us where all the longs and all the shorts have piled in over time. I told you I would show you something interesting here, yeah? Let me drop these comments off so you can see it a little clearer. There we go. So I'm on a 30-day time frame here. And as you see, all back through here, there are shorts, but they are nowhere the volume that these longs are over here. Now, if you'd go back on some old streams and watch, you'd see a ton of volume on shorts coming down and not coming up. Well, now it's flipped, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Look at that, $180 million worth of longs. And you still got $1 billion worth of shorts over here, but look at the amount of volume that the longs have brought in. They're actually more volume than the shorts. The problem is the shorts are still heavily outweighing them, but here's the real kicker. There's not a ton of high leverage anymore. So what's happened is those longs took forever to happen, and those shorts sat there so long that the people who were in those shorts started to take profits. And as such, the big, heavy liquidations are no longer there. So you're going to look toward your heaviest liquidations, and those heaviest liquidations happen to be around between where we are now and up to about 95.5. And there are some down here around 96. You can see there around 96 and some change. But after that, there's no big, heavy shorts to take out anymore, unfortunately. Now drop this down to a 7-day, and you'll see same kind of thing here. Reflected in price action. Your only heavy longs are back here, all the way back down to 89. And the only heavy shorts we've got are, again, back to around 96 to 96.5. And they drop off precipitously after that. Essentially, the shorts were in there for so long and dominated for so long that they sort of slowed down, took their profits, and decided they'd sit on the sidelines for a while. That's a good thing and a bad thing. It's good that the shorts walked away. But it's bad that they didn't necessarily pile in and make new longs. Some longs came in, but as you saw, 180 million worth of longs versus $1 billion worth of shorts. And the shorts are low leverage. So the only way to scare them off is to continue to run the price up and continue to take out these shorts as we go. And here's more shorts for you visualized. So every lower high is where shorts sort of piled in. Now, did they stay? No. As you've seen just now, I showed you, a lot of those shorts have ran away, kind of took their profits, drank some margaritas on the beach. It's pretty common. My dog's chewing on her chew toy over here. I was wondering what that noise was. She's over here chewing right now. I was like, what is that noise? I can barely hear it in my headphones. Anyway, got to nuke some more shorts here. And if we get these out at around 97 and can hold that previous high that we didn't hold before, well, we're going to have a chance here at taking out some more and kind of worrying the bears a little bit and potentially flipping them into bulls. Now, the weekly here is the problem. All right. Here comes the weekly moving averages and EMAs. Now, we caught the 100 moving average on the weekly, and she bounced back over the weekly AEMA, but I want you to look at what it did last week. Bunch of nothing, right? It rejected. There's still a possibility that the price action we have right now takes out these shorts and then turns right back around and comes back down. Now, I'd hate to see that, but that's full-on possibility. I'm hoping that it doesn't. If it can stay up here, you have the 21 EMA slowly curving down. That's at about 98,250 at the moment. Again, that's slowly going to come down the longer this takes. And if it hurries up and goes up, you'll see it just stick up a little bit there. And the 50 weekly moving average, the simple moving average, sits up at about 101,350. All right, so 101,350 is kind of our hard ceiling here because, unfortunately, that 50 moving average is a bulldog, as you'll see if you just roll back here in time and look. It doesn't fall easy, and when it does, it tends to bounce around a little bit and get caught. So the recovery's on. Is it going to hang on? Possibly. I told you the steps it needs to take to maintain it. Could it fail? Absolutely. And here's the proof of that. So give me 97 to 98. Hold the line there. And if you can hold the line there, you could potentially make a run back here to six figures up to about 101,350. And then we'll talk. Because at 101,350, the real hard course starts to pop in. Can we get over the heavy leverage? Can we get over the heavy resistance? Time will tell. Let's keep our eyeballs on it. That was a fairly in-depth Bitcoin breakdown, if you ask me, with dog content piled in there. How can you lose? A happy doodle chewing on a chew toy, some Bitcoin charts. Come on, man, you can't miss that. You can't miss with that kind of analysis. Just hard hits. So let's buzz through a couple altcoins here. Get something to drink. I want to highlight a couple that look pretty good and show you some of the airy, odd things that are happening here. It's the same thing on the weekly with a lot of these. They're kind of spooky. What's up, Mullet? He said, Professor Keith knows all and tells all. Incorrect. Keith knows nothing. Keith just reports charts. I wish I knew more. I wish I did. But I will tell it all, but I wish I knew more. I'm too big of a dumb. I don't have the IQ to handle much more than charts and kids. That's about all I got. As an ADHD guy myself, I tend to only focus on things that are important to me or that I care about. And if I'm not interested, I just don't give it any of my brain power. And then the things that I do care about, I hyper focus on, right? And that kind of tends to be charts for me. So here we are, ordinals. So failed the 821 EMA, but then all at once, bink, pops right back up and jumps over the 821A off the 50 moving average, which is why I'm harping on the 50 moving average, bounces off of it and cuts right through the 100 moving average today alone, 18%. It was up 21% earlier in the day, and we have about 3 hours until closing, so I think it's going to hold on here till closing. Now, the question remains, with a move like this, is it bullcrap? I'm just going to stop here, roll back to the 100 and stay there for a while, or to continue a push up here and challenge the upper trend line. Because I can go back in history a little bit here and look, and you'll see how far down Ordinals is from its all-time high that it made all the way back a year plus ago, or almost, well, over 2 years. Yeah, it's 2025, January 2012, over a year ago now, where it made its highs. Well, it made its highs really all the way back in March of 24, so a year and plus, almost 2 years. All the way back to $97. We're at $5 right now. Ordinals was $97. It's $5 right now. Way massive rebate, right? Can we get back up to just resistance here? That would be lovely if you ask me. As you can see, you still have this big trend line coming down. The 236 going back all the way to the end of last year, coming back up is at $6.50. We're at $5 now. That seems a little bit more realistic to me. You can see that you do have resistance right through here on this 236 fib. Not to mention, if you pull up the weekly here and look, you'll see, I dropped these fibs off, it's sort of just made equal lows, huh? Equal lows is just a sweep so far. Well, if I throw in moving averages, she's fighting the weekly 821 EMA as we speak. And overall, you can see right there, fighting that 8, hasn't got to the 21 or the 50 just yet. Overall, there's your high and your low and your lower high and your lower low and your lower high and your lower low. We're just going to make another lower high right here. or we're going to turn the corner and try to get over some of this mess and make a higher high. Well, I tend to believe that we're just going to make another lower high, but inside that lower high is still gains to be had. That's 100% from where I got in. I'll take 100%, wouldn't you? Exactly. I'll take 100%. Not bad. We'll see. I don't fully trust some of these altcoins, but I thought it was worth noting. When you see a 20% move in one day, it hasn't happened a lot recently, so it's worth observing. Keep your eyes on it. Can it come back to the 100? I expect so. $7 is up there where the 200 moving average is. I tend to give a hard cap on a lot of these at the 200 moving average. Let's see if it gets back there. Solana. So Solana's been a little slower here. Solana, I said you snapped. I don't know if I snapped. Did I snap? That's crazy. Nostro Vostro, bro. They don't even know about the Nostro Vostro wallets. We'll talk about the Nostro Vostro wallets here in a minute, Cleve. Because they don't even know. They don't even know.
What the hell is even that?
You can't tell them, bro. It's a secret. It's a secret. Shh. Not really. Solana. A little slower, but the price action is steady up here. You can see what I'm seeing if you just look for a second. 821 cross up, 2 over the 8. You're still over the 50. You held the 8 EMA through all the red hat that we've had over the last week plus. 100 moving average is at about 153. I think we're going to hit that 100 moving average. Looks like a lot are going to do this. A lot of these have very similar price action, and Solana is one of them that are trying to recover. Now, if you look back a little bit in revisionist history, she's just consolidating for the last year plus, going sideways. Ethereum did the same thing, if you remember. Oh, he said I snapped in a good way. I got you. See, the kids, they speak this way, and I don't know. So anyway, consolidating sideways for over a year here. 21 EMA is about $155. 100 moving average on the weekly is about 167. So those become kind of rolling targets for me. And the daily kind of confirms that 153 at the 100 and 172 at the 200. Those tend to be rolling targets for me. I kind of expect that to happen. We'll see. For now, short-term uptrend, downtrend broken. I like it. Same thing with the Ichimoku cloud. 3 out of 4. You haven't broken through the cloud just yet. You're trying. You haven't quite gotten there. But it's a definite improvement from what we had. Be careful. You are threatening overbought. You're not there yet. Overbought territory would be up here on the RSI. And as you see, we're not there yet. And the MACDs have gotten more friendly, folks. Look at that. Orange line, the trigger line, has crossed the midline. The midline is what separates red from green volume. And as you see, we've crossed it. We've got nice, clean divergence, which is the space between the blue and the orange lines there. We've got a nice divergence, not too much, not too little. I'd like to see that continue and slowly slide its way up. First time that MACD has crossed bullish in over almost a year, since July. That's the last time it crossed bullish. Been a minute, hadn't it? Exactly. So finally, some recovery for Solana. I'm hoping this continues to keep up. I bought some Solana. I'm going to let it ride out for a minute, see what we got. Also want to warn everyone, please make sure you take your profits. Don't listen to what I say. Do your own thing. Take your profits, put it wherever you'd like to. The number one problem that we have in crypto is emotions. People love to fall into their emotions about what they're buying. The number two problem we have is people don't have a plan. They just go in head first and think they're going to be rich. Wrong.
Wrong.
You're wrong. So what are you going to do? Number one, no emotions. Number two, have a plan. What's your plan? How are you going to get your money? And if you get your money, what are you going to do with it? You tell me. I don't know. It's your money. Show me something. Give me a plan. Talk to me about it. I'd love to hear what you got to say. Number three, what are you going to do when something goes wrong? Because, brother, it's going to go wrong. Things are going to fail, and they're going to happen quick. And they're going to fail fast, and they're going to fall in your lap, and you're not going to know what to do. That's why you should have a backup plan. Everybody should have a backup plan for what you're doing. My backup plan is I have a stop loss. I set stop losses in place, and I follow very strict rules on the chart to make sure I get out when things don't look good. So no emotions, have a plan, have a backup plan. And the last thing, which is the most important thing for me because Lord knows I have a hard time with it, take your profits. Because folks, if you don't take your profits, someone will take them for you and you'll never get anything for your hard work, time, energy, and stress. I want to see you get paid. I want to see you make money. I want to see you do well. I don't want to hear about how you almost made some money or be one of them crypto confession people who go around and talk about how much money they had and they lost it all. I don't want to see that. I want to see you get paid and maintain it. All right. I'm here to help you win. I want everybody to win with me. I'm going to win one way or another, and I want you all coming along with me. As said by famous rapper and prophet J. Cole, what good is first class if my friends can't sit with me? Okay? I don't want to be on the private jet alone. I want you guys there with me, all right? So, hey, take your profits. Make sure you got a plan, no emotions. And as always, backup plan or you're screwed. All right, so on to the next. On to the next XRP. Oh. Are we going to talk about the Nostro wallets? Nope. Well, what about Brad? They apparently have a big new deal and there's a bank and everything else. And nope. Nope. Nope.
Come on, man.
Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it.
Bruh.
Why not, Keith? You're wrong. Don't you understand Nostro? Do you even know about the Nostro wallets?
Bruh.
I don't care. I just care about the chart. That's all I care about. Again, if the business is kicking ass, if the tech is good, if the team is solid, well, the price will reflect that. What does the price reflect for XRP right now? Let's talk about it. Moving average is pulled up here. She's playing around with that 821 EMA, but it caught the 50 moving average just like I showed you a moment ago on Ordinals. It's still above the 50 moving average like Solana is. It's fighting the 821, and it rejected the 100 moving average. Like I said, you may see some other ones do. XRP's already done that. It's a matter of fact, trying to take another swing at trying to get to that 100 moving average now. We'll see if it actually does or not. I'm not convinced, but I think it may do it. All right. 200 moving average is all the way up there at 256, but it's on the other side of the trend line. So eyes on it. It may not ever get there. If you're Ichimoku clouding, why not? It's a good solid confluence indicator. It's what I like it for. You're 3 out of 4 on the cloud right now. The only one you don't have is the price is not over the cloud. You do have a green check mark. You do have conversion over base. That's good. And your lag line is above the candles. You just need the price to get over the cloud to sort of prove it. All right. If you look at our RSI, hey, she went overbought. We saw that a moment ago with Solana, how it was trending upward, but it wasn't overbought yet. XRP was. Back down in the nominal trading zone now, but still making higher lows and higher highs. That's cool. Let's see if it continues to work its way out. And for the first time in a long time, XRP crossed its MACD over the bullish territory, crossing back into the green volume side of things instead of the red side. Excellent. That's what we wanted to see forever. I'm glad it's finally doing it. Now, if I scroll back a little bit here, boy, oh boy, what a shitty looking candle that is for the weekly. Oh my God. That's a terrible looking weekly candle. That's a gravestone candle if you've ever seen it. Or an inverse hammer or an inverse dragonfly, all which would be bearish. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt about the daily being bearish, bullish if the weekly is going to do this, all right? You rejected the ADMA. You may end up coming back here and fighting through it and wick chasing all the way back up to 240 again. We'll see if it's got the balls to do it or not. I've seen some progress here. I'm still not awestruck by it. I like the fact that it's trying to get back over the 8 EMA. That's awesome. I'm only curious about the top end here, seeing as how it rejected that hard, and the higher time frame charts look a little weak, right? It's my belief that this is not going to go to all-time high and go flying up right now like you're going to see on X and everything else. I don't do Hopium, right? You seen the thumbnail? The Hopium tank stuck on the guy who's trying to recover. Yeah, there's a sign behind every thumbnail that I make, and this is why. I don't think it's worth freaking out over right now. I think we should be careful, watch it very closely, and stick to the chart very, very, very tightly. For now, better, holding the 50. Let's see if we get any higher than that previous high we made just a couple days ago. He said, womp, womp, womp. Things went bad fast for me. Was Newbin, but it's okay. Learning curve lesson. Absolutely, dude. We all have a learning curve, and that's just the way it works. He said, I'll invest in priceless bottle of whiskey when I get wrecked so I can drown my sorrows. 10 out of 10. There's an entire cabinet of whiskey right there. You even sent me some, that Truth Sipes stuff, and I've liked that stuff. That stuff was from Chicago, I believe, right? Or Illinois, somewhere in Illinois. It was good stuff. Looking at the poll, 44% of you think it's recovery and 56% of you think that's a fake out. That's perfect. That's exactly what I thought too. It's not worth freaking out over. A long way to invalidate that hammer. I agree, Cleveland. That's a terrible looking weekly candle. We got to know when you see a terrible looking weekly candle like that you might get punched square in the nuts. So be careful. Let's blast through a couple more, then I'm going to get off here. I got to be at my son's beta club meeting after this. That's why we did the stream a little early today. Family man first. I'm a dad first. Told you guys that before. But all there is to it. I gotta do what the fam requires first. AVAX. AVAX, just like I showed you with ordinals, bouncing off the 50, cracking the 821, 100 moving average target. You also have the higher time frame 236 in the way at about $14.80, call it 15. Ichimoku cloud, top of the cloud lines up with those just like it does with Bitcoin and some others. So I assume that's going to be a target as well. I like the fact that we have crossed over into the bullish territory as well on the MACD, just like some others. Excellent. First time it's done that since all the way back in October when it fell downward, and before that, July of last year when it was upward. Been terrible. Could be forming an inverse head and shoulders at the bottom here. Could we have a big new bull market? Maybe. Right now, all I see is some bouncy price action that's trying to snap back into the good. I'm happy about that. Don't get me wrong. You still got a good 821 EMA, so solid on that one. You didn't cross downward. You did have one close under the 21, but not two, so this never became a full sale. This is why I like the rules so much. You never had a sell-off on AVAX. You only had a slow recoil back down. I like the volume with this push right here. It's what we've been needing to see was a good volumetric rise. I like the RSI slowly trending up after being 3 times oversold. This is why I bought it. 3 times oversold. Come on, man. I'm taking a chance on that. She's trying, and I like the fight. Let's see if she keeps it up. See if she's got the balls to hang on. We'll do one more, then I got to get off here. CRV, same as you've seen with the others. She had one close under the 21 EMA, one close under the 50 moving average, and I was just about to sell this off, and then snap your fingers, she pops right back up and starts going again. I scared the dog when I snapped. My bad, Jolene. You're a good girl. Nothing from her. She's done, dude. She's playing with her chew toy. She could care less. You never had an 821 downward cross, which is good. You've got that 100 moving average bearing down on the price like we got some on the others, right? Is it going to get pinned or is it going to fail like it did with XRP and some other ones we've seen? You also have a higher time frame 236 in the same spot at about 43 to 44 cents. So there are barriers in the way of progress. If I flip it to the cloud, same thing, 3 out of 4. So this one's sort of following along with the herd. And again, we may have an inverse head and shoulders down here on the daily, but I need proof. The EMA weekly rejected. And then after that, you've got several milestones to jump here of resistance. Progress. We have progress in the right direction, folks. I'm happy about the progress, but what we don't have is much confirmation yet. Now, are we going to get the confirmation that we want? Perhaps. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. We'll see. I want to give this thing a couple days to iron itself out. Obviously, I'm watching closely. This is what I do all day. I sit and watch charts all day and talk to you people. Right? I think if we hang on here and this volume keeps up, we got to get through some lows here and got to make some new highs and hold them. If we can make some new highs locally, then we can start challenging some more shorts and kind of shooing them away and look toward more recovery. We've had so many fake outs. I just get super touchy on this stuff with all the fake outs we've had, right? I don't want to get caught with my pants down again and lose all. Can't have that, right? I continue to take my profits and shuffle them over into more traditional assets like stocks and bonds. I'm going to continue up with that strategy because I just don't trust crypto that much anymore. But hey, do your thing and continue with what you're doing. I'm only here to read charts and speak the facts. I could care less about the teams and the projects, like I said. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. We end these streams different than we used to. Just keep it simple. Love you guys. Thank y'all. Sky's the limit. I'll see y'all on the next stream. I'm out. Y'all be good. Peace.